the Pentagon, AARO, they're going to start releasing footage that they can't explain soon. Well, that's what Nancy Mace says. We'll dive into those comments and see how much of that we actually believe in. There's been a lot of guess what's going to happen talk that was supposed to happen in January, and January is, halfway done. Nothing's really come out yet. There's a lot of talk, though. So thanks for joining me here today on Down to Earth with Kristian Harloff. That's me. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Appreciate you being here. All right, now, as I mentioned in the intro video, there's a lot of claims and things that are supposed to happen. I haven't watched Patrick's from Vetted. I haven't watched his video from the other day about Stephen Greer, who I guess you guys can tell me in the comments how off I am on this, but from what I saw in Patrick's thumbnail was that he said his whistleblower that he said was coming forward was the Cybertruck bomber. So does that mean that the big claim that he made for all the stuff coming out in January is not happening anymore? I don't know what to make of all that if that's the case. I don't know, because then I saw Matthew from the Good Trouble Show who came out and said, or Matt, I should say, don't trust anything that Greer says. So that's why I told you, I take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt of things that are being said. And Ross Coulthard also said, though, by the way, who I do take his word a lot of the times, the things that he says if he hears things that are coming. And he also said that all hell was going to break loose in, in January. Well, nothing yet. And again, we're only however many days into, 13 days into January. But Nancy Mace, who's been a bigger voice recently from the Pentagon or from the Hill, I should say. She was running the last hearing. I wasn't a big fan of that hearing, but nonetheless, she's involved in it. She's been talking about it a lot. She says that AARO is going to start releasing videos that they can't explain to the public. Now, they've been doing that, but people don't realize they've already been doing that. It's been on that website that's been out there. But in what capacity, I don't know. Let's take a look at this clip and see what we think.
They're also going to release information on what is unexplained.
What's the company?
AARO. It's a government agency that investigates UAPs. They investigate a lot of other things as well, but they'll be doing this, I am told, starting this year, starting over the next couple of months, start releasing information on videos and photos that they have debunked, and they will explain how they've been debunked. I've been briefed on this. And then some of the ones that are unexplained, they will also release to the public.
So again, like we have said many times, this website, I remember when we did UAP Tuesday a year ago, when we talked about that website that was out there, and I believe it's still out there, where you can see all of the videos that aren't explained. And I think they're going to make a heavy emphasis on the ones that they've debunked, as she said. I don't think this is one of these major stories like, oh, guess what they're going to do? They're going to start saying, hey, what's this? Help us figure this out. We're trying to get to the bottom of this. It's like, no. Most of these things are explained. Check this out. And we don't know what that is, but don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. It's not going to, it's been happening. They've been doing this. Now, the question is, at what capacity, as I said before? Now, if it's just kind of buried on this website like it has been for the last year, it's like, oh, yeah, it's there. You can see. But nobody's really talking about it. Unless they start saying, okay, look, this is something we want the help from the mainstream media, from people in general. What is this? Take a look, and let's really analyze this. And AARO starts to become more of a credible source, because I don't know who, and by the way, thank you to UAP James, who clipped this out and made this story. I've said this many times before. There are a lot of people that you should be following to get this types of the clips and the news and everything too. UAP James, the UFO Joe, Mike Colangelo, the list goes on and on. But those are the guys that I really pay attention to. They've got their finger on the pulse, man. They're looking at everything that's going down. So this particular clip now, is this the people that she's talking to? And I don't know if it was necessarily an overall maybe political thing, and then this subject came up because the guy didn't even know who AARO was. So I don't know how he is into the subject. He probably just knows that she's involved in it, asked her about it, as he should have. But I would assume, and you guys, again, can tell me, that this particular podcast was not UAP-centric. This was probably just something that came up, because how do you not know about AARO if you're into this subject? But I just don't think that AARO is going to is going to make a big turnaround and go, hey, look, we found the error of our ways. We want to be a little bit more helpful now. We are going to show you the ones there, because we know, anybody watching this knows that there's tons of stuff that's out there that people just report and thinking it's a UAP, and it's nothing, right? That happens all the damn time. And they go, look, this was one that we definitely thought was something. We didn't know what it was exactly. We thought it was UAP, and then we realized we got to the bottom of it, and it's this. The question is, how many people out there are going to go, yeah, that's true, that's exactly what it is, or no, that stinks, they're trying to cover it up. That's what's going to put the focus on AARO here. The focus is going to be like, oh, no, they're actually really trying now. This new guy is actually trying. And I don't think that that's the case, though. It's not one person that's coming in there that's going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to buck the system here, and I'm actually going to get to the bottom of this. And the person in charge is going to do what the other people want him to do. Not really the person in charge. Same with Kirkpatrick. I mean, look at that guy. Who trusts? If the sky was blue and Kirkpatrick pointed at it and said, he would say the sky is red. But if he said the sky was blue, it'd be hard to believe him. Even be staring right at a point. Look, it's blue. I'm like, I don't know if I can trust you. Anyway, but we'll see. As I mentioned beforehand with Ross Coulthard, what he was saying, that all hell's going to break loose. And now there's reports also that Trump said that he is going to give us the information about what those drones are on day one. Now, look, this ain't he's not running anymore. He's in. Like, if you're running and you go, look, day I get in there, it's like, the person who's running for school president. Day I get in, everybody's getting free pizza. And they get elected, and it's like, I'm not getting you free pizza. I can't do that. I just was saying it because I wanted to get everybody free pizza, but I can't do that. Well, once you're in, you don't talk about the free pizza anymore unless you can make it happen. And he's going, I'm going to tell you everything that's going to happen. I'm going to tell you everything that's going on with his drones. Otherwise, don't say it, because there's no reason to say it, because you're in. Who are you trying to win over? But if you can actually get that information out there on day one, then maybe that adds up to some of this other stuff. And maybe that adds into the all hell is going to break loose in January stuff. That could be part of it. I believe, I have to go back and look at when I did the story, but I believe that when Ross Coulthard said that, the election was already done. So maybe he knew, because there's been a lot of conversation that the Trump administration is going to be the one that just says, no, let's put this out there. And you've got, Lou Elizondo now potentially working there. They say Grush potentially will be working there. Burleson said that he wants them both working there. So who knows? There's a lot. I'm just not putting a lot of stock into it, because there's a lot of promises out there and a lot of things. This happened last year, by the way. Roof's gonna get the lids off. 2024 January. Nothing happened until like mid-year when Lou's book came out, and then the hearing happened. And it's just been a lot of talk. Will there be anything? Still, nothing has topped 2023 as the big push. There's been stuff that's happened, but the big push really happened in 2023. By the way, where's Grush been? Where's that guy been? Haven't heard a word from Mr. Grush. Anyway, what do you think about all this? Do you think that this means anything? That they're going to release footage that they can't explain? Or is it just, like I said, they've been doing this already. It's a nothing burger. Put your comments in there. Let me know. I got some other stuff happening today. I think UAP Tuesday is going to return tomorrow with myself and Peter. I'll probably try to get another video out a little later on today. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do that. Put your comments in there. If you want to join the memberships, you can do that today. If you want another way to support the channel and keep us going, Public Rec. How many times have I told you guys about Public Rec? Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you about them again. They're great. I was wearing them all Christmas break, and I'll be wearing them again. I'm going to the city and I'm wearing them. So there you go. Take a look.
Don't BS me. You know as well as I do, wearing nice pants stinks. Who came up with the plan and said, hey, let's get some uncomfortable fabrics, squeezing your family jewels, and that is how you're going to look sharp? I'm going to give you an early holiday gift, and this is from me to you. The days are over. Public Rec's Daymaker pants, they're here to make sure you stay comfy and classy this season. They feel like your favorite sweats, but they're tailored pants. Super stretchy with an elastic waistband so you can rock them anywhere. Doesn't matter. You're going to work, you're going to hang out with your friends, they got you covered. Give the gift of comfort to someone that you love this season with Public Rec's Daymaker pants. And for a limited time only, you can get 20% off your entire order. You got to use that code DTE at publicrec.com. That is 20% off when you use that code DTE at publicrec.com. This morning, I was looking in the mirror. I go, these look damn good. I look slick. Anyway, go there, check it out, and you'll thank me later.